what's the next step for this team? What do you think you all can do to build on that performance?
I just think staying confident, knowing what we did well, why we played so well, knowing those reasons, and building off of that. I think we just take it one game at a time, trying to figure out how do we win each game, and with that, if we keep winning, keep building great habits, we're gonna keep getting better as a team.
Gary Graves, we'll come to you.
Sahvir, what do you like about the backcourt's depth right now? I mean, with Davion coming on as a scorer, your return and you're shooting the ball more. How diverse do you feel like this backcourt is now, and how do you feel like that helps you all going forward?
Um, I think the biggest thing is that, like I said, we're all playing confident. We're spending extra time in the gym. We're trusting our training, and we're veteran. We have a veteran backcourt outside of Ty, but Ty is as mature as he gets. He plays the game at his own pace, and he's playing confident. But with us three, as Kellen, Davion, and myself, we kind of know what to expect in and out. We don't really force anything. We know if it's our turn that we're going to be aggressive, but we also keep each other motivated, knowing, hey, man, go out there and play confident. Like, be you. Do what you do. And we're playing unselfish. When you got guys who are playing unselfish and willing to play for each other, it's harder just focusing on one player. And that's what's kind of like allowing for multiple people to have really big games at the same time.
Dick Gabriel, we'll come to you.
Sahvir, what was it like for you to have to sit, number one? I'm sure you haven't sat that long in a while. And number two, what did you learn that may have helped you when you step back on the court, just as an observer?
Um, I don't really think I learned anything per se, but it was great to see how much confidence that those guys were playing with. We were playing loose, playing off, Ty, Oscar, Kellen, Keon, Davion, their success, even Jacob. He had a pretty good game at LSU. Guys are on a high. And guys are playing confident. They're playing for each other. They're playing loose. And when I came back, I didn't want to interrupt that at all. Since guys were in a rhythm, I just came back, making sure everybody's good, keeping everybody happy, moving the ball, being unselfish. And when I had my opportunities, I took them. But we're playing really well right now, and I'm here so we can kind of stay on that. Keeping these guys motivated, keeping them loose, keeping them, focused on that main goal. Like, hey, we're not done. Just because we won a game, this and it's not over. We have higher expectations of winning the whole thing. So, keeping us focused on that and keeping it or taking it game by game.
Jerry Tipton, we'll come to you next.
Yes, Sahvir. Coach Flint was telling us a moment ago that players are kind of coaching themselves to a degree, and he mentioned you by name. I'm wondering what are the do's and don'ts of, instructing a teammate, if that's the right word, or dealing with an opponent, a teammate trying to make it better.
Yeah, for every player, every person is different. Not everyone responds to criticism or constructive feedback or even praise the same. You got to know what gets different people going, and I think that's the biggest thing. I think the biggest thing that's helped me is the fact that I'm the oldest of 6 kids my parents had. So I kind of had a lot of practice growing up trying to get these guys to, hey, don't tell me if I took the last bit of juice, don't tell dad, or hey, come on, get up, let's go work out. This can be really good for you. So having 15 to 17 plus years of that just at home every day has helped me to be able to come to college or wherever set I am and kind of get people to buy into like a common goal or even be able to hold people accountable without them taking it the wrong way, knowing that I have the best interest for them.
And just as a follow, what sort of things do you look for as to tell you, what the instruction or the help you're trying to provide, how it's being received? I mean, is it smiles, frowns, cussing? What sort of things is it?
I mean, most of the time I do it with a smile. I mean, most of the time I start off with, "Hey, you're doing this right, but here you can do this to make sure, or watch out for this, because you're doing everything else right. Just add this to it." But if I'm motivating someone, usually I go with, "Hey, man, you're the best player on the court right now. Keep going, keep running. Man, you're doing some great stuff. Like I'm coming back to you." So that kind of stuff is just the basic stuff that you don't have to say a lot, but it goes a long way knowing that. It kind of register to a player like, hey, he cares for me, he sees what I'm doing, so I'm gonna keep going hard for him and for the team.
Keith Farmer, we'll go to you next.
I know you're supposed to take them one game at a time, and they're not supposed to have any more importance. But for you to go back so close to home to maybe a program that you've seen, what does that mean to you when you get a chance to do that?
Like you said, it's every team is the same. I think I just get more excited knowing the fact that I am in Texas and I am gonna see my family. The mission is still the same, going there and win the game. But definitely, I'm a little happier knowing that I'm going to Texas and I'm going to see my parents before the game. After the game, get to see my friends, all my siblings. So it's definitely something extra there. But as far as the game, I'm going in there and do whatever I can to help the team win.
John Hale, we'll circle back to you.
On those same lines, Sahvir, obviously you were committed to A&M for a while in high school under the previous staff. What are you telling guys about the environment, what to expect in terms of, hostile road crowd tomorrow?
I mean, I think we can expect the same thing we expect every time we go on the road. I mean, we're Kentucky. I'm expecting it's going to be a sellout crowd. It's going to be super, super loud. But, we've had some tests before. We've finally got our first road win, so I think we know what to expect and what it's going to take for us to win down there.
Jerry Tipton, we'll circle back to you.
Yes, there's something I meant to ask you and just forgot earlier. How did you feel about not playing against Georgia?
I didn't have any feelings toward it.
Gary Graves, go ahead.
So, here, where do you see Ty really becoming more assertive in his game, or and how did that develop in your eyes?
I think we've been wanting Ty to be like this for a minute. I think him is just being more comfortable, more confident. This stuff is what he's doing now is not new to us. That's why it's not a big thing, because we've seen what he's capable of all through the summer, all through practice, and now he's just finding his stride. Not everyone blossoms the first time they get on the court. It takes some time, takes a minute, and now he's finally getting it. He's hit his stride. He's playing super confident, and he knows that we need that from him. He knows that we want that from him. Like, go ahead, bro. You have the green light, because he plays so unselfish. It's not like he's going to become a black hole and, he's not going to pass. He's not going to look for others. He naturally is unselfish. He naturally just wants to win. And with that, he's skilled. He's capable as a scorer, as a playmaker, and we want that from him.
As a follow-up, what kind of input do you guys offer each other that you feel like has benefited each of your games?
Yeah, for me, especially when I'm not in the game or he has the ball. Sometimes I tell him, like, yo, if the defense is doing this, on the ball screen coverage, man, attack it, stay with it. Or if he's there, watch him, rotating down from the weak side. You'll have the corner pass. You'll have Oscar on the roll. So different things like that from my vantage point that I can help him with. And to me, he just be like, yo, give me the ball. I'm like, all right, bro, I got you.
Keith Farmer, we'll circle back to you.
Kind of along with what Jerry was asking, what did Tom Crean say to you before the game, and was it kind of an awkward moment?
He was just like, what's up? Get healthy, along those lines. It wasn't necessarily awkward, but he did grab my neck. It made me uncomfortable a little bit, but it was nothing out of the regular, just asking how I was doing and telling me to get healthy.